Welcome. It is 12 noon here at Central Standard Time, and let us congregate wherever you are in the world. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Female Solution Global Broadcast and Move Around with Deborah. I am your host for today, and here we offer interactive engagement through our many platforms during our live broadcast and our reruns. Certainly, you can reach out to us during our reruns by just notating, but always subscribe, like, and share what you see. Today's episode is What About the Children? And you all know they are our future. You know, we were all children at one time, and we now are the future. And we have to share and show and help educate others who are maybe missing or not aware of. So today, that is definitely what we're going to do. You know, we can talk about travel on any topic. And actually, our mission here is to increase the travel awareness, helping you decide when to, where to, how to, and in some cases, why to, and enjoy yourself during that journey. We also promote a learning environment for safe, thoughtful discussions globally. That's right, globally, and soon to be out in the space because there is space travel, of course. So I just want you to sit back. I hope you got a friend with you, an associate, a family member, the children, whomever you have in your realm, and have a pencil and paper. Yes, we still use pencil and paper, or however you feel comfortable taking notes, because you might see something or hear something that will tickle your interest, and I'm sure it will. That's why we're here at the Female Solution Global Broadcast.
Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution.
Thank you. Thank you. I know that was a short period of time, but I do hope that you're always prepared, because you never know when you'll run into someone or something that you want to document. Now, today we're talking about the children, and one of our ancestors that was really in tune with helping the children and directing the children was our own Reverend Dr. Jesse L. Jackson, who is now an ancestor of our past, but he is still present in the teachings and the learnings. And you know, Reverend Jackson always encouraged the children to believe in themselves, to embrace their potential, and live with courage, hope, and to service others. And of course, we all, I hope we have all, and if you haven't heard about it yet, I want to talk to you about a poem that Reverend Jackson repeated many times and lived by. And it emphasizes self worth, dignity, affirming what every individual has value regardless of their circumstances. Yes, and we definitely going to touch bases on that. Your circumstances are at different levels at different times of your life, but we want you to know that you can make it through. We're going to keep hope alive. And here are the words to the poem: I am somebody. I am somebody. I am somebody. I may be poor, but I am somebody. I may be young, but I am somebody. I may be on welfare, but I am somebody. I may be small, but I am somebody. I may have made mistakes, but I am somebody. My clothes are different. My face is different, but I am somebody. I am somebody. And this poem was originally written by Reverend William Holmes Borders back in the 1950s. Yes. And it still holds true today. You must understand that you are somebody. You may be a little shaky. You may not be equal to the person next to you or down the street or the one that you were with yesterday or the one that you remember from way back when. But do understand that you are somebody. And we're here at the Female Solution. We hope to bring that out of you. We hope to showcase that. We are here every day, and in some cases, we're here twice a day. Did you know that? Were you aware of that? Yes, I want to let you know that that's who we are and that's where you are. And come along and join us. Now, I always like to start my programs off talking about the airports. That's right, the airports. And even though the airports, you see so many adults or so many tall people, because when you have a child, a shorty, that's what they are. And they're looking around the world and everybody's taller than them and everybody's hustling, bustling, and we're pulling them. And now they've got their own luggage they're pulling and carrying, and they're trying to keep up with things. And one of the things we talked about last month was that everyone who boards a plane has to have a ticket in hand. They have to carry their own ticket. So now the little shorties, they got to carry their own ticket unless they're arm size. And I'm seeing some big ones that are arm size, but I don't want to go that far. But the airports are for children too. Yes, you can make them in a situation where the children have a lot of activities. Some airports have museums. And as you walk it through, if you're going early enough, and once you get through TSA and everything, you have some flexible time to get from TSA to your gate. Don't take too much time because you want to be at your gate at least 30 minutes prior to boarding. But along the way, there are museums, there are displays. In some cases, there are play areas. Yes, there are play areas. So just like going to the bathroom is important, and making sure you have those snacks and whatnot is important, you also have the opportunity in most airports, I'll say most of them, there are some type of architectural identities that you can talk about with your children. You could educate your children. You can make the world a larger place. And along with that, you can take books. Yes, tangible books. Sometimes we have those iPads and keypads and phones, and we're in them so much that the batteries go down. And now you're in a position where you don't have access to clear or be able to go into them because the peripheral is dead. Well, now you don't have that to worry about. Why? Because you got books. Yeah, it doesn't take a big novel that we may be used to, the Britannica. Remember those Britannicas? We don't have to do that. But there are many books that are of interest to your children, and you can find them. They're small books. They don't weigh more than a notepad. And they should always have a notepad, because they may not want to write anything. But what if your child has an artistic flair and they want to draw something, or they want to copy something, or they want to send notes to the somebody next to them, somebody who's traveling with them, a child, or they might want to notate something that they would like to speak about later on. You want to encourage them. I know parents and other educators and other folks in charge of children. This world is making it so busy and so hard to be able to spend quality time with our children. But we have to make that time. The small years, the short years that we are charged with training and with upbringing and with exposing children is a short period of time. And I know when parents, when you had gotten pregnant and gone through the whole process, you may not been ready for a child, but nevertheless they are here. And we have to set aside our time. We have to sacrifice. I know. You working, even if you got just one job, with the working, the transportation, the people you work with, your boss, it's a lot. It can be a lot, but you still have to do day-to-day activities. I mean, even if you're talking and educating your children on paying bills, that would truly help, because then they'll realize that, just because you got a ATM card and you got an ATM machine doesn't mean that you can go to that ATM machine and get something out of it. So sit down with them and talk to them about finances. We have lost precious time in not talking about finances, making our children financially literate in even our household items. They can make a list, and you could make a grocery list sitting in the airport. You can make a list for what you want to do, because hopefully, if unless it's a surprise to the child, you have talked to the child about what we're going to do when we get to where we're going, and maybe they've done some research prior to packing. And that's another thing, helping them pack. They helping you pack. I know if yeah, if we leave it to them, oh boy. But they helping you pack. They're making sure that their clothes are folded. They have the proper amount of clothes. They have the proper clothes for the weather. And they're all situated like that. So we have to, in many cases, we have the opportunity to educate our child. And especially, you say, well, when do I start? You start now. You start right now. If that child is still in your womb, mothers and fathers, if the child, you can start speaking to that child right now and help it, read to them, sing to them, hum. That's a vibration that's going through them. We have to touch our children in a positive way. And you want to know how the children are, some of the children are acting out and don't have conflict resolution, because they're seeing it at home, or they're not seeing it at home. They're only seeing it in the street, because they're not getting any interaction at home, and they don't know what to do. So all they do is what they see. Are you going to be upset with them? No, you're not going to be upset. First, parents, hello, you're going to read this book. Yes, get this book. You're going to read this book, Beating Black Kids. And that, even though The title is Beating Black Kids. It's all kids, all children. And this is what you do. This is what happens. This is a lifeline for us. And this is by Asada Kirkland. You can get it on, that other place, or you can contact Asada in all social medias. And certainly she will talk to you about that. Okay. So it is time. Oh my goodness. Did we know that it is time to do what we have to do? And anytime we come together on screen, there's we have to do our commercial geniuses. Are you familiar with that? Remember, we have reruns. So here's the first commercial. How about that? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. So glad to have you here. Everyone, I hope while you were looking at that commercial, it inspired you to get to moving. We just went through Fat Tuesday, which means that's the end of Mardi Gras. And that's what that music always reminds me of, Mardi Gras. So let's talk about what's coming up next. Do you have your library card? Do you have a library card for your children? Do you have a library card for your grandchildren, or your nieces and nephews, or your school? If you're a teacher, do you teach about library cards? They are important. And our guest, I am so excited for our guest that's coming out right now. And she is someone who definitely has got the pulse, her finger on the pulse of the library. And I want to introduce everyone to Angela. Yes, Angela,
Oh,
welcome, welcome, welcome,
thank
welcome. How
you.
are you?
I'm doing great. Great to be here. Thank you.
Great to have you here. I truly appreciate you and all you do. And I just want to, let's see, talk about roots, rhythms, storybooks. Is that right?
That is correct.
Rhythms, story. That is certainly a tongue twister for me. But I know some folks who speak fast, they can get that together.
Yeah.
And roots, rhythms, storybooks is your child's passport to wonder, how
Yeah.
they can explore cultures, kindness, and imagination with every page. And you have so many publications that we're going to talk about today. But I want to first, let's see if we can't share some screens. Sometimes we can share some screens. We certainly have this information. And if you could just embark on where you started, because you didn't start out writing books. Oh no. But you ended up writing books, which we're glad. But you had a very important position before you got into the book, the authorship. Please, 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 could you talk about that a bit?
Absolutely. So my passion has always been writing, but at my age, when I was younger, at that period of time, I never really saw an outlet for a career for it that worked out for me. So I chose healthcare, um, and that was the one that my parents supported as well. So you kind of go where your parents say that it's okay to go. but that passion to write never left me. And so I built my career in pediatric interventional radiology. I've opened departments. I've traveled out of the country. I've been to Tanzania, helped them develop a program and build their department there. So I've been blessed with the fortune to meet a lot of people around the world and do a lot of good in healthcare for pediatric patients and adults. But again, my passion and my heart always has been with writing as well. And that's what led me back to children's books finally.
Fabulous, fabulous. And what wonderful book. Let me tell you something. I've been reading your books. You know, we met again at the fabulous, soulful Chicago Book Fair. And if you all didn't get to it, you missed a marvelous,
Yes.
a marvelous opportunity.
Yes.
But that's okay. You
Mhm.
still got the opportunity to see what's going on now. And we kind of lost, they closed the windows on you.
Yeah. Yes, they did. They turned the lights off on me. Hold on a second, Deborah.
Okay,
Oh,
you know
there we
what?
go.
Oh, there.
Yeah, I think it was
Okay.
motion detected, maybe.
So you're gonna have to fly sometime.
Right.
So would you like to speak about this first slide that we have here?
Sure. This book, I think it's very relevant for the month that we're in. You know, we're month of February, Black History Month, and Martin Luther King and Dreams. So I had the fortune of speaking to a third graders yesterday in a school system, and that was the topic. What do we dream about? What are some of your dreams, and how do you feel when what you want doesn't happen in a time that you think that it should happen? And that's what this book is about. It's about a little boy who had a dream, or really the dream is more the protagonist than the story. And it takes its time. But just because it takes a while doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. And our dreams come from our ancestors, from our lived experiences, from prayers, from our parents' directions. And then finally, they come from us. You know, I want to empower children to know that they have the power to dream, to decide what they want to do, and then to move their life in that direction, to study hard, to, ask their parents to be in activities that lead them to where they want to be in life. They have that power.
Yes.
Yeah,
Dreams are powerful.
they
And
are.
and even if you have nightmares,
Yes,
don't let that make you afraid to sleep or to be open to dreaming. Don't think that
yes,
every dream is going to come out bad or crazy. Some dreams are comforting.
yes,
Some dreams mean that you might be having some strife on your life. And
yes.
let me tell you, these young people, no stress.
Yeah, I know.
Adults, no stress. We're in a no stress mode. Nothing,
Yeah,
nothing that you go through, even the worst situations you may be in, you're not staying in them.
yes,
You can have the power to overcome that. Your mind
yeah.
is stronger than any situation. And God,
Amen.
okay,
Amen and hallelujah.
amen. So
Mhm.
that is wonderful. Now I have some other slides. Look at here.
Yeah,
Ooh, wait, I got a new recipe.
yeah. So Indome cooks Indole is how it's pronounced. Indole. So my husband is from a country in Central Africa called Cameroon, and Indole is one of their national dishes. And when I tell you, I love me some Indole.
I know, I do. I haven't tried to prepare
it
it yet, but
it is
I'm
so
excited.
good. It is so good. Kind of similar to greens. I mean, it's called a bitter leaf. And I mean, it's just a big deal. It's a celebration when you eat it there. And when I had the opportunity to have it here, I tried to cook it. My husband told me it was good, but you know, he is my husband, so he he only has so much leeway of what he can say if it's good or not. But
I like that.
yeah,
He's got
yeah,
so much leeway.
yeah. You know, he can't say it's too bad. He still wants some more meals. So but I enjoyed it. And this so and Indome is a girl's name from his tribe from where he's from. And I this book is also in French. And in my husband's country, they're bilingual. They're French and English speaking. And in order to respect his culture and respect the people, I made sure that this is as authentic as I could make it. And I made it in both languages. So, because, you know, how can you write a book about a country that you're not from and then have it in a language where people can't even enjoy it? So I was trying to
Right.
be very true to my writing process and to those people that I absolutely love in Cameroon. Yeah.
Now that is passion.
Yeah.
That is passion. Now, it's something else that is included in all of your books beyond just the stories. Just like the recipe
Yes.
is in the book.
Yes.
The recipe is in the book. A pronunciation key
Yeah.
to help educate you or the reader
Yeah.
in the language as well.
Yeah.
I think this is just awesome. Like I say, I got wrapped up.
Yes.
I know people missed out on getting your signature
Yeah.
when these books become pricelesser, because
There you
they're
go.
already priceless to me. But when they
Thank
become
you.
pricelesser, I don't know. I might keep this one because it's got your signature in it.
There you go. There you go.
But I
Yeah.
love it. And then we
Yeah.
have another.
Yes, yes. So Tanzania is another country that I spent some time in. And this little girl's from Tanzania, but she travels around the world. So this teaches children how to say hi in different countries around the world. And it was fun to do the research, to put together the book, because what I found that in my travels is that other countries, the children speak several languages, and it's usually always English and something else. They're very intentional about making sure that people understand English. While as in the American education system, it's almost like you
Only
can learn it, but it's not something that's mandated. And I think it should be. I think children should, when they're younger, whatever language it is, multiple languages, because it's possible, and should be their focus. They should have to learn about other languages and other cultures as
they
well.
should, because
Yeah.
they're sponges,
Yeah.
especially when they're younger. So they will adapt better than
Yeah.
trying to learn it when you visit to go and travel to that country.
Yeah.
And now you got this app trying to teach you how, and you
Am I?
don't know for sure what's going on. So yeah, they should learn it at an
Mhm.
early age, be exposed to it, at
Yeah.
least conversation.
Yeah.
Because there's a difference in learning the language and being in a conversation with
Yes.
that language. There's a difference. So here's where we talked about that, how the dome cooked.
Yeah. Cooks Indole.
Yes.
Indole.
So
Yes.
please make sure. And here's another one. You know, it seems to be focused for the females, but
Mhm.
the guys, and I thought this was apropos for the
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
because even though I like the animals, I look at the animal shows all the time, and
Right.
it is really interesting. And that's something else, parents. There are so many shows on the television
Yeah.
that will give your child education. Don't
Yeah.
just give them the tablet and the phone and tell
Yeah.
them, "Okay, see you later." No, be intentional about what your child is watching. Watch it with them and be in control. They the children, you the
Yeah.
parent. Come on. No,
That's right.
they're not gonna tell you what to do. So I thought this
Right.
was great.
Mhm.
Amina's Wildlife Adventure. And then
Yes.
we have, this is one that the illustrations in
Yes.
your books are just fabulous,
Thank you. Thank
colorful,
you.
full
Thank
of
you.
life,
Yes.
boastful with the colors. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then here we go. It talks to the reader about who you are, what they have in their hand, this history,
Yes.
this is story, our stories.
Yes.
That's what this is. It was,
Yes.
we had his story and we got her
Right.
story. Now we
Yes.
got our story. It's good to know where we've been, where we come from, but we got to know where we're going. And we got to
Amen.
know how to get there on the path of how we gonna go there.
Amen.
It is amazing. So
Thank
it's
you.
time for our next commercial break. I tell you, we have to do what we have to do, and it's okay. I have something special coming up, and I hope everyone enjoys it. We'll be right back with more on Angela, not Miss Angela, Roots and Rhythms Stories, Tales from Across the Globe.
That's right.
Great day. It's your girl Asada here to introduce a new female solution show called Asada Says. That's right. Every month we're going to talk about everything I am, from cryptocurrency and financial security to good health and parenting strategies. Come on and talk with me every Tuesday morning from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. And let's do that thing the way Asada says it should be done. See you then. Peace right here on the Female Solution.
Mommy teaches the young ninja, teaches him to be cool. Mommy teaches the young ninja, teaches him to take a breath. Mommy teaches the young ninja, teaches him to be cool, teaches him to have a rest. Mommy teaches the young ninja, teaches him to be cool, teaches him to do his best. Mommy teaches the young ninja, teaches him to be cool, teaches him to ace his test. Mommy teaches the young ninja, teaches him to be cool, teaches him to trust himself. Mommy teaches the young ninja, teaches him to be cool, teaches him to choose good food. Mommy teaches the young ninja, teaches him to be cool, teaches him to see his best. Mommy teaches the young ninja, teaches him to be cool. Mommy teaches the young ninja.
All right. Well, hi, welcome
Goodbye.
back. Welcome back. I
Thank
tell
you.
you, it's all about the youth. And those two are two of our hosts who are here every week. Like I said, don't miss a beat. The Female Solution broadcast is airing every Monday through Friday, twice a day. Yes, And you can get the reruns. We love reruns because we understand that you may not be available always at 7 o'clock a.m. Central Time and 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time, no matter where you are in the world, because we are worldwide. But you may not be available on those times. And the Female Solution does have the ability for you to see those reruns on those social media pages and all other kind of peripherals, even our own page, thefemalesolution.com. So there's no reason for you to miss out. And always, as I state, like, share, subscribe, ring that bell, do a jig, whatever. And go out and make sure that you get these books. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Angela, please, can you give us how we can reach you?
Absolutely. So there are various methods. I have two websites. One website is angelaprizo.com. That's easy. The other one is rootsrhythmstories.com. I'm on social media. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. And I am on YouTube. YouTube has some videos where it brings some of the stories to life with music. So that's fun. On my website, I have some resources for parents. I have downloadable resources for teachers that are free. That goes with some of the books. So yeah, we try to cover everything here.
Now, you said that I got your website up. Let me fix this. I got to do two things at one time.
Yeah.
But I wanted to know what was the roots and rhythms.
Yeah, the roots.
Is it A-N-D? Is it A-N-D?
The roots of like that baobab tree, the truth of life, right? Tree of life, tree of wisdom, and then the rhythm, the beat and life that we move at. Roots and rhythms, stories. Yeah,
I got it. Uh-huh.
Those rootsrhythmstories.com for the website.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have it up here and I just can't get it to you, but that's okay.
It's okay.
That's why you have a pencil and paper.
That's right.
You work. Come on now. We're gonna try to put this stuff on the internet. Although I'm on the internet every day. I travel every day, and you can travel every day by way of the wide world web. I love it, but we have to get a balance.
Mm-hmm.
A balance is so important for our livelihood. I mean, when you're preparing food, you got a balance. You got different ingredients to make a meal or to make a dish. When you're putting on your clothes, you've got different layers. You got to have a balance. You can't just go out with, one thing on, unless that's where you are and what you do. But here on this children's show today, that's not what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're not at those camps.
Correct.
At the summer camps. And we talk about going places and doing things that are outside of what we're used to. There's a summer camp that's coming up, and you may not be able to afford to get your child there. Still find out, reach out to them. There may be grants. There may be people who are paying for other folks to go, supporting them. But at least you're exposing your child. You can, if you can't go to a city, all cities, let me tell you something, all towns and cities have some kind of museum in it.
Yeah.
Some kind of display somewhere about the history of that town.
Yeah.
All of them. You tell me one that doesn't have it, and we'll go visit that town and get that get this straight. Even the townships, if you're in an unincorporated area, the townships, they have some type of display about the origins of that area. You can learn there. The library, there's typically a library near you that is in walking distance. You can go there. You can go to the library in your school. I know that they've cut out so much in the school system.
Yeah.
But parents, we are our children's first teachers. We are our children's foremost teachers, and we have to expose them. If you do no more than go out into the garden, and we have shows about gardens. Yes, we're going to tap into them at some point during the year. But there are so many opportunities that cost nothing. You can go outside in your courtyard and look at the structure of the building and become an architect. Look at the tree, hug a tree, walk around in the grass with bare feet on, build a tent with some sticks and some sheets. Make sure you get an old sheet though. Don't get your mama's new sheet.
That's right.
On a blanket. But let me tell you something. There's so much exposure. And you know what? I see we have another person who is our executive director. Welcome, Naima Latif. She is the executive director of the Female Solution and all around glue to what makes us stick. And we welcome you. And we're talking about, of course, exposing the children. Yes. And how apropos is it that one of the primary, we were talking about smaller children, but children of all ages need exposure.
Yes.
We start now, and hopefully we're starting in the womb. But even if they miss that, as we grow up, it's never too late. Start now. Start today. Do that. And if you're a parent, a grandparent, an auntie, a cousin, a grandma, or whatever you want to categorize yourself, the neighbor, the nosy neighbor down the street. Provide something for those children. You talk about those children. Provide something for those children to do. If you don't do nothing but throw a coloring book and some pencils and crayons out there at them. And I like one of our other sisters who actually will be here tomorrow at 12 noon. She talks about how she has a library in her front yard where people can come and put books in and take books out and read. And they got a little bench out there. And sometimes they hanging out just reading in front of her home. Wow. Have you seen that before in the major city? You go down that block, you'll see it. How many more people have created these libraries? How many people have books in their homes that they don't read, like old school books and whatnot? Don't throw books away.
Don't throw books away.
No books need to be ended. No, nothing. Yes. We are in control. But Naima is here today because I so wanted her to share. And Angela, if you have time to stay, we'd like for you to stay. We always like company. This is a Children's Day, so we have to drink out of our water bottles. Next time, maybe we'll have our tea bottles. a little later, we'll have our glass. But anyway, there is an experience that Naima has had that I would like for her to share with the group of folks who are online. And now is an opportune time because now the opportunities have been listed and are there for us to do college tours. Now, your children your baby child may be 35 years old, but we did the college tour. And it's okay for you to think about college tour. I think children in 8th grade should think about college tours. It's time They thinking about everything else. Let's get some of this on their mind. You know, come on, let's put this. They want to think about other stuff. Okay, we have to have a balance. We had a balance, but let's get this important thing on their mind, at least for them to think about it. But go ahead, Naima, talk about the college tours that have been done.
Well, I was grateful to have been a part of the college tours sponsored by the Rainbow Push Coalition, of course, founder Reverend Jesse Lewis Jackson, who's on everybody's mind this week. And it first started when my daughter was ready to go to college, and she was in high school, and they featured these college tours, taking students across the country to the historically Black colleges and universities. And the most powerful thing about this, first of all, a lot of these children, like you all mentioned, people never been anywhere. A lot of these children never left the neighborhood, didn't have a vision of what's outside of their little small world. So this was life-changing for them. And the fact that they could visit these colleges, they could see themselves in these colleges, they could see students like them in these colleges, and they could learn so much history. These tours were so full of history, events that happened, people that made a difference in the world. And some of these students actually got accepted during the tour to these colleges. The colleges would give them a chance to apply, and they would get accepted on the spot, many of them. And they would have their vision of where they're going in life. And these were such powerful events. And I know you got to take a break, but when we come back, we can show a bit of how Reverend Jackson spoke about his vision for changing lives for young people through these tours. And it was a 8-day tour. We left on Saturday, returned on the following Saturday. And each step of the way, every day we were going to a new city, a new college, and, organized everything that was organized, from the hotel stays to the activities on the bus. Everything was education, and it was so powerful. And I'm so grateful that I had a chance to participate, first as a chaperone when my daughter went. Then I kept going after she had graduated high school and was gone on to college. I was still doing chaperoning. And then they hired our video crew to be the videographers. So we had a chance to capture much of that history and really feel the hearts of the students. So I am grateful for that.
Amazing. I love it. I love it. Okay, we're going to go to break, a quick break, and then we're going to come right back and jump into see some of the exciting things that you can do for your children.
Peace and love. I'm Michelle Renee, host of Education Nation, live on the Female Solution Global Network every second and fourth Sunday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. The intention of Education Nation is to raise awareness about the literacy crisis and to offer information to combat the problem. The goal is to awaken an army of reading coaches and mentors. You will experience guests who are doing their part in the community to ensure youth in their circles are reading and thinking critically. I look forward to serving you in this capacity. Literacy is freedom, and Education Nation will offer information and strategies to help ensure our young people stay free.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. That's it.
Now, you'll be here tomorrow, Sunday, 12 noon Central Standard Time, or wherever you are in the world. And of course, if you happen to be doing something else, of course, it's Sunday. We know what happens on Sundays so much. Yeah. Reruns. We do reruns. And when you look at the reruns, you can still comment on the peripheral.
That's
and
right.
Get recognized. And I need to recognize some folks.
Yes.
In case we have some views. But I want you to go ahead while we have a short bit of time here and show that video. Thank you.
Yes. Now this is again the college tour, and they've been going for years. And we pull this up here. One of the exciting things about these college tours is that they were very, very well organized and coordinated with a lot of the local events and historic sites. So people had a chance to really learn so much and just expanding their horizons. So here we are with the Historically Black College and Universities Tour, sponsored by Rainbow Push and Reverend Jesse J.
We are the video crew of Operation Push for the HBCU tour. And I'm John Alexander, this is Nyman Latif, and we have Priscilla Moat behind camera, which y'all cannot see. So today, we're leaving. It's nice and warm.
Nice and warm.
Nice and warm, because I got on long johns and 2 shirts and everything else. So how do you feel about going on this tour?
Well, this is actually, I believe, my 7th year going, and I'm really excited because I see it gets better and better every year. So I'm really looking forward to a great time and bonding with these kids. What is it you hope the students get out of this trip this year?
You know, many of the kids who go on the trip have never seen a college campus before. Just to see a college campus function, to see some of their classmates from home when not in college walk across the campus with their books, their computers, their bags, like a big deal. And some of them, they've never seen A&T, you know, or Bennett, or Morehouse, or Spelman. They've read about them, heard about them, and this should inspire them. Now, so I want to inspire them, want them to use the inspiration to go back to school and stay there and graduate.
Right. Great job.
What the buses do is that this becomes a traveling billboard for Rainbow Push, Push Excel, and the Citizenship Education Fund. So when I'm creating the design for the bus, I make sure that the bus makes sure that everyone knows that, first of all, this is a Rainbow Push Coalition effort, Push Excel effort. By putting the pictures of Reverend Jackson, Dr. Malvo, Judge Mathis, those are triggers for people who recognize who those people are, and then they'll want to see what the rest of the bus incurs. And so our 2011 HBCU tour is all listed, but also some of the initiatives that Rainbow Push is doing. You see the advertisements on the bus. It's really the advertisements, it's information.
You see schools you've never seen before, perhaps, read about, heard about, and you'll find it to be a challenge to you. I really want you to go to use this trip to lift your sights, to raise your ambition levels, to raise your dream levels, to come back, determined to go to college somewhere, determined to study more vigorously and be more determined to achieve your goals. We are so grateful to you for taking this step, for breaking the cycle of sameness. Too many of your classmates, as you know, have dropped out of school, right? And I might tell you that those in jail, 90% of high school dropouts, and often they're on a city drug high and they cannot recover. You're trying to turn the curve and not fall into that cycle. And we'll be glad you're on the trip. I want that you, while you're on the trip, to get to meet somebody you did not know before you left home. Have a big convention here, June 18th through 22nd in Chicago. I really want you to be involved in it. And while you're on the trip, meet some people. And Jonathan is here, something. Jonathan Rattler, who is exceptionally good in social media. To work with him, you might learn some skills from him. But you can also hook into our Facebook and hook into our system, so we can communicate all the while you're going. In the meantime, we pray for your safety and your security, and you'll come back home next week excited. Let's do something about it, okay? Let's join hands, bow our heads in prayer.
Right. Yes. So that is one of the most powerful experiences that our that the HBCU tour provided, and definitely I think that it was an opportunity for so many students that had never been on a college tour, never had experienced going away from home, never had seen other cities in that context. So it was life-changing and especially powerful for many who met lifelong friends and then made a decision to go to college
And Push also provides scholarships. My daughter received a Push Excel scholarship for her college education. And every year at the Push Excel breakfast, they would show some of the students that they had been, because of the Push Excel breakfast is to fund the college scholarships and the whole program. So they would have the students come back and be there at the breakfast so that donors can see, look, these are real people that we financing for school, y'all. They really in school, they really learning things, they're really making a difference. So it was a very powerful event, and just having the capacity to organize those students. And it was a very organized tour, a very systemized way of keeping them safe. And I was grateful to have been able to participate in various capacities, first as a parent volunteer and then as a videographer, and seeing the life-changing experience that traveling can do for you. When you get your children to another place and they can see life differently, they need to get out the hood. We got to, we have to give our children exposure. There we go.
Get out the hood, get out the country.
Yes.
Get out the city. You know, you might be affluent. You get out the suburbs,
Yes.
Just move your environment as you see it standing.
Definitely.
And you can succeed.
Yes.
Keeping hope alive. That's something else that Reverend Jackson would say all the time. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. And that's what we do here at the Female Solution. We keep hope alive each and every day, twice between Monday and Friday, every day, and then on Saturday and Sundays. And then if there is a different show on Sunday afternoon, Naima, you and your sisters come on the airwaves and give wisdom beyond what we can say. You ask the questions and try to analyze the answers as regular mothers, parents, sisters, just people in different environments, of course. And it is just a learning process. And what we want to do here is save lives.
Absolutely. Enhance lives, empower people. And I'm grateful for hosts like you that do such a powerful job of exposing people to the world. When we can go beyond our limited thinking, we can see that there are no limits to life.
Not at all.
Open. There are no limits. The only limit you have is what you allow in
what you put on yourself. I can't do that. I can't eat that. I can't wear that. You can do whatever you want to do, whatever you feel comfortable in doing, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anyone else.
Absolutely. And so all of our hosts that educate and motivate and inspire every day, I am so grateful.
Yes.
You can travel in your mind through a book. You can, as our previous guest said, through the libraries. The world is open to us. And you can, like you say, get all those tools you need, your passport and everything else, so that you can travel abroad and you can see. I'm so grateful. My daughter now, she spent 6 years in South Korea teaching.
Mm-hmm.
And she worked with a company that was taking college students across the world, just like was college students across the country. She was taking college. Just like Push was taking high school students across the country to go to college. She was taking college students across the world to learn international business, and she was organizing. So this is how you grow.
That's what we're talking about.
Every experience, and she speaks multiple languages. So I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for the exposure that because it makes a difference. And when you start early, that's when you open a child's mind.
It's where it's at. It's where it's at. So here is the website, rootsrhythmstories.com. rootsrhythmstories.com. And this is Roots Rhythm Story Books. And they are fabulous for all ages to read. You can order the different books. You can explore the books. There is another site that you can YouTube site, the same name, Roots. Those R's get me. Roots, Rhythms, and Stories.
Roots, Rhythms, and Stories.
Yes, yeah. So go to your YouTube channel, and if your child wants to read on the YouTube, you can do that too.
Yes,
because it has him right there, and it is time for us to go. What was that? Somebody used to sing a song. I hate to see you go, but I gotta go. I really must go. Or something. We gotta get out of here. But we'll be back. Let me tell you something. We can apply travel to anything. And I found something yesterday about how to finance your next journey. We're going to talk about that in March. Yes, we're going to march right into a new era of financing your journey. So with that, I want to say thank you all. Oh, here we go. Higher Learning TV show, which will be on Monday morning with Monday Morning Mindfulness, attending Legacy Workshop on West Side to share with viewers so can share on the female solution. Reverend Jesse Jackson definitely left a legacy, a lasting legacy. Thank you, Reverend Jackson. Rest in power. I am somebody. Let me go get my hat. Love you all. Peace and blessings to everyone. It has certainly been a pleasure. I am so appreciative of Angela taking her time out to show us the journey that we can go around the world with our children. Awesome show. Thanks for sharing your experience and expertise. Thank you.
Hey.
Good night, everyone. Love you. Be safe in your travels. God bless you all.
We've come to the end of our show today. If you missed any broadcasts, go to our website for the audio and video archives at www.thefemalesolution.com. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussions. And to our global family joining us from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, xie xie. India, dhanyavad. Japan, arigato. Korea, kamsamnida. Russia, spasiba. Germany, danke. Poland, dziękuję. France, merci. Spain, gracias. Italy, grazie. Egypt, shukran. Ghana, madasi. Nigeria, eshe. South Africa, ngiyabonga. Senegal, jareh. Kenya, asante. Israel, toda. Pakistan, shukriya. Afghanistan, tashakur. Saudi Arabia and Palestine, shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you, and may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.